I'm a little nervous. Hey, YouTube. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've come on here and done long form content. I've just been doing the quick, snappy, short form for Instagram, TikTok, and yeah, for YouTube, but it's so different when you do a long form content, and I choose for it to be different. So if you're new here, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Mariette Aida. I am a mom, I am an entrepreneur, I'm a coach, I'm an artist, I'm an opera singer, I'm deeply spiritual, I am an alchemist, I'm a Jesus lover, I'm a human design projector, as well as a Sagittarius. So that's a little bit about me, and I just wanted to reintroduce myself as the labels simply because within those labels I expand into all different areas. My passion is obviously being a mom and just creating a beautiful life for me, my children, my family, and then from there overpouring into my community, which is you, specifically moms and women. I just have such a connection with women because I am a woman. And I feel that women process things differently than men. And so if you're a man watching this and you're a part of my channel, I love that you're here. And at the same time, when I'm recording my content, I'm going to be speaking to women because that's what I can relate to. I am a woman. And so I've been gone from YouTube for a while because I was just trying to get clear on who am I? Like, what am I really bringing to this platform? You know, a part of me was really like being a cookie cutter editor and like including some things and not including other things. And I've just come to the realization that I'm done compartmentalizing my life, and I'd like to truly show up all as me in this channel. Now with YouTube, long form, it's going to be this way, but everything else like short form, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, it's still going to be the little snappy, tidbits, to retain people's attention. It's going to be a minute to a minute and a half. And so this long form is my opportunity to really share with you behind the scenes, slow it down a bit. My goal is not to edit this like crazy. I might edit it a little bit, but I really would like even right now, tickle on my nose. I'm gonna keep that in because that's real. And I'd like for this to be just in real time as though I'm talking to you right here in front of me, which I am. I'm speaking to you right now. So if things are unedited, if there's long pauses, if there's a little bit of and whatnot, just have grace with me because my goal with this is to truly show you who I am in one take. I even have a notebook here because I like to keep organized. If not, I can go off on tangents. And for the sake of you, the viewer, I'd like to stay on task with what it is that I'm talking about. So this video is just an intro to me. It's also an intro into this channel, this brand, why it is that I'm choosing to show up. Yes, I am a mom and a coach and entrepreneur, but specifically, I love teaching you about life. I love teaching you how to heal yourself. I'd like to inspire you to heal yourself. Once again, the tickle in the nose. Oh my goodness, what is going on? If you notice on the top of this YouTube channel, it says, life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. If I were to surmise everything in my healing journey, I would say those are the two lines. Because before, in the first part of my life, I really thought that life was happening to me, not for me. I was a victim. I was very angry at certain people. I held grudges. I had to have it my way. I had to be right. And there were a lot of relationships I lost, a lot of friendships and a lot of romantic relationships that if they said the wrong thing, if they triggered something or showed me, a reflection of how I'm being and I didn't like it, all of a sudden I found any reason to just cut them off. And I've noticed in retrospect that a lot of my friendships and past relationships, they ended because I was right and they were wrong. And now that I see that my triggers are the biggest mirror to my wounds, I'm gonna repeat that again. My triggers are the biggest mirror into my wounds. Every single person has their own wounds. Every single person has their own story. And so I can't tell you that what my trigger is your trigger. Only you can know that. And the way you know that is on a day-to-day basis. What makes you angry? What is it? Something someone says? Is it something that you see on TV? Is it the way how society is? What is it that really boils you? Like gets you so pissed off? That's your trigger. And beneath that trigger is a wound. And so a lot of the wounds that I find come from safety. I don't feel safe. I don't feel heard. In the past, I have felt trapped. I've felt stuck. I've also had the feeling of someone's making me do something, or I don't want to do that. So I feel, this anger because I want to do it my way. I feel like my expression is being blocked. I'm being made wrong, whatever it is. Those things up until now really trigger me. But I have an awareness to it. So when I start to feel triggered, I slow down. And once I slow down, that's when I'm actually able to look at what is it about this situation that is triggering something else, and what is it triggering. And so I'd like to teach you with this channel the different things, the different healing modalities, the different perspective shifts, the different aha moments that really have helped me and continue helping me, because everything that I teach you, I'm doing myself still. This isn't something that, I did 5-10 years ago and I've never done it before. These are tried and true healing perspectives, really inspirational perspectives that can help shift your life on a day-to-day basis, because no matter who you are, you will continuously grow and change. I don't care if you're like the biggest guru of like this organization, you still have learning and growing, because you are human. And the evolution of human is that we grow. My question to you, if there is a pond of water, okay, there's a pond of water and it stays stagnant, there's no current, there's no wind, there's no animals to move it around, what happens to that pond of water? It becomes stagnant and it starts getting an overgrowth of bacteria, and it becomes dangerous. It becomes toxic. And that is the exact same perspective that I see with my personal growth and just growth in general. We have to keep moving and growing and expanding, because if we're not, we're staying stagnant and we're getting sick. And that's why a lot of people up until now get stuck in a rut, and they actually become sick, physically become sick. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this a lot, that you can't move matter with matter. Energy creates your matter. And what does that mean? That means that the energy of anger, the energy of fear, will actually manifest as a physical illness. And so this idea of, okay, I'm going to give myself a bunch of prescription drugs to help this knee pain, to help me with this hip pain, to help me with my heart problem. Yes, it may help you temporarily, but also it's affecting all these other areas, because pharmaceuticals, it's not targeted to the area that it's helping. It's actually supposed to be targeted towards the area it's helping, but it has all these side effects that it'll affect your liver and your kidneys and your mental health. And so that's why pharmaceuticals, they have a place, but when it comes to deep root cause healing, they don't have a place. They're good for placeholders. They're good to hold us in a place so that we can catch up, we can have a breather, we can help regulate our hormones and our chemicals in our brain. I'm specifically talking about like depression and mental health. Everything is in the brain. Everything is in your body. Everything is one beautiful machine. And so if you are out of sorts with your mindset, if you hold a lot of anger and fear and shame, then what will happen is that you're throwing your mechanism out of balance. And in order to compensate, your body will start to talk to you and say, hey, listen, this is out of whack. Hey, listen, you're holding on to a lot of resentment. Hey, you're holding on to a lot of anger, and it will manifest as physical pain. And so I'd like to open your eyes that your body is speaking to you. Any pain that you have, Any sensation that you have is your body's way of saying, hey, there's something going on energetically. And yes, even though it may be a physical problem, like for instance, if you have clogged arteries, that is a physical symptom. But those clogged arteries isn't the end all be all of it. There's a root cause to it, not just diet and supplementation and healthy lifestyle, but also it's a healthy mindset, a healthy way of seeing your life, of seeing yourself, of seeing others. And so everything is working for us. Your life is happening to you, for you, okay? It's not happening to you as a negative. It's actually for you. Because when I live in God's design. I have claimed my life to be God's. And so by me living in God's design, I trust that God is calling the shots, and that if God chooses for me not to get a certain job or not to get a certain opportunity, it's because God knows better than I do. God knows what is deep in my heart, what deeply satiates me, what I love, what I enjoy, because I choose for this life, my life, to be as easy and delicious and fun as possible. Now, mind you, there are moments that are going to push me, and there are moments that are going to be difficult. But the reason why they're difficult is because I'm resisting. I'm resisting the change. And that's what I feel a lot of people, maybe you who's watching, think about, has there been a time where you've resisted change? And the mere resistance of it is what causes the chaos. I like to think of this as my toddler. When I'm telling my toddler to do something, put on her shoes, and she's doing everything but put on her shoes. She starts making a mess. She starts trashing things. She starts getting angry. Me being angry at her because she's not doing what I want is actually me causing the pain within myself. And once I realize that, I take my power back and I say, okay, I grab the shoes, I grab her, and I just head out. Instead of forcing and expecting her to do what I'm asking her to do. That's a little bit of a metaphor in the sense where you have to take the emotional trigger off. When I'm looking at my toddler and I'm getting angry because, why isn't she listening to me? Oh, she's disrespecting me. I'm starting to create all these stories around what it is that she's doing, when in actuality, she just wants to be independent. She wants to do her own thing, and there's no need to take it personally. If you've heard of the 4 Agreements, it's a book that I really love thinking about. One of the 4 agreements is don't take things personally. Other people are doing things because that's just what's in their world right now. And there's no reason to make it about you. But a lot of times I used to make it about me, and that's why I was so angry and so upset. And so this channel is purely for you. It's for me to share behind the scenes, day-to-day life, for me to show behind the scenes what I take, supplements, non-toxic living. I eat very clean. I have a lot of natural fibers that I wear. I'm anti-plastics, all this stuff. Now, at the same time, I work with what I got. It's zero judgment zone. But if I can do better, I do better. And everything that I do, I want to show you. And I want to give you a behind the scenes, because maybe you just have to see someone else doing what it is you've been wanting to do, and maybe see that, okay, maybe it's not as hard as you think. I'm also very cost effective. And so I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars for a supplement that this other supplement, which is a third, a fourth of the price, does the exact same thing. I'd rather get that. So I have a lot of cost effective pro tips about health, nutrition, different lifestyle products. But at the root of what I'm doing with this page is sharing who I am, my passion for teaching you what I was able to show and teach and embody for myself. And because of that, I completely changed my life. I went from rock bottom in the matrix to now thriving. And thriving for me means that I feel like everything is happening for me. I feel blessed. I feel thankful. I have God, a deep relationship with God, God my Father, God my mother. Like, I see God as parental figures that love me, that's always looking out for me, that's always guiding me. And anytime that I feel lost or confused, I pray to God and ask God for guidance, and I always get an answer. I always get a feeling. And also, I love talking about intuition, teaching you how to utilize your intuition. And so all of these things, I could probably talk another 30 minutes about this, but I'm not going to. Instead, just tune in, subscribe, follow along, and send this video to other like-minded people that you wish would open up and look at life differently the way you're starting to. Or also send it to other friends that are on this journey with you. Because the more people you can bring into your community that think similarly, that is growth mindset oriented, the more support you'll have in your life. Because this is where community comes in. Yes, healing is a singular thing. You have to heal yourself. No one is inside your brain. No one knows what you're going through. Only you do. But once you have an idea of who you are, what you've been through, and what your trajectory is, gosh, bring on more people. Bring on more people to do the same with themselves, because that way you are fully supported and you have people around you that are influencing you to be your best self. So you can think of me as one of your healing besties. I'm your growth mindset bestie, okay? I am here for you, and I'm so happy to be here. I love you, fam.